Hello and welcome to my blog, Business English Paris. It's Saturday today, so voila, I'm working on a Saturday. I just did a blog post, and now I wanted to do like a little video. And the video today will be on the word of the day, sort of the word of the day. Today's word of the day was motivational on the blog, but I wanted, which is an adjective, right? So I sort of wanted to twist that around a little bit into a noun and do motivation for the blog and the Instagram and the YouTube, right? And so I wanted to begin by asking you, what motivates you? What or who motivates you? How do you, professionally, personally? So professionally first. Uh, what sort of gets you up in the morning and gets you out that door with a happy heart and filled with creative ideas? I mean, is it just a love for what you do professionally, your job itself? Is it your colleagues? Is it your boss who challenges you and helps you to sort of scale higher and higher in your career, who believes in you, which is something that's so important, I think, for a lot of people? Is it your spouse who is your sort of cheerleader, who encourages you to achieve your highest objectives, your highest goals, to be your best self? Is it your parent? Do you do it for your children? Um, or do you do it for yourself, really? I mean, that's also important, I think, is to be motivated for yourself, to sort of have that um, motivation come from within also. Not that there's anything wrong with being motivated by others. I think that however the motivation comes, sometimes as a sort of hybrid, as a combination of um, self motivation and motivation from the outside, from somebody else on the outside. I think maybe that's even the best case scenario. But the question I would like to ask and for you to answer, and hopefully one day we will actually be working together, because that's the whole point of these videos, is for you to get to know me, and hopefully we'll be able to sort of get in contact at some point and I can ask you these questions directly. Is what motivates you professionally, and also importantly, what sort of kills your motivation for work, for your job? Because I think that's also possible, and I think that's also something that um, is very important, is to keep that motivation going and to sustain that motivation and to not have people or things or situations that just sort of like destroys that, because sometimes it's very fragile. So for you, what is it? Like, is there something, is there anything, is there somebody who just absolutely destroys whatever little motivation you might be feeling? And especially now when I'm making this video, I don't know when you will actually view this video, but at the time that I'm making this video, it's 2020, it's March 21st, something like that. And we are, as a world, engulfed in this global pandemic called COVID-19. I mean, it's an unprecedented thing from my standpoint. I have never in my life, and I've been around a while, as you can see, I've never in my life lived through anything like this where, there's a law that I can't leave the apartment, right? Um, and it's true for everybody else around me in France and around the world, in New York and California and in many European countries at this point. There's mandatory lockdowns, so people are working from home, they're telecommuting, and I did that word telecommuting the other day also on the blog. Um, but it brings me to this question of how do you stay motivated? How do you motivate yourself? Because for me, as an independent worker, I've always been very good at self motivation. I've always been good at self-direction and doing my thing my way. However, I have found it very, very difficult to stay motivated during this time where there's an I've been confined and it's been imposed, and so now I have to sort my mind, and I have to stay productive, and I have to stay optimistic, and I have to not fall into this sense of panic, and I find it very, very hard. And so I just wondered, how does everybody else um, who are also now telecommuting and may not be used to that, how do they sort of keep their spirits up, stay in the game, stay productive, stay motivated? I mean, that's really the word. And did I ask already who motivates you, whether it's your children or, yes, I think I did, your children, your spouse, because I've done several different takes of this particular video because it's been driving me absolutely crazy. If you want to know the truth, this is like the fourth take, okay? Um, so yeah, so I'd like to know how you stay motivated both in your professional life and, what books do you read, what experts do you listen to, gurus, motivational tapes, motivational quotes, your parents, your boss, your children, your spouse, yourself. I mean, who motivates you, right? So that's the word of the day. Now, before I go, I should say that I have noticed in my analytics on my blog that I'm starting to get visitors from many different countries that I didn't anticipate, which is really, really awesome and amazing. Belgium, Germany, United Arab Emirates, Oman, Spain. I think I had somebody from Spain the other day. It's really, really cool. Very nice. You're welcome to take English lessons with me also by telephone. I'd love to. And just contact me. Look at my Instagram page at Business English Paris, or my blog, Business English Paris blogspot.com or email businessenglishpariselg@gmail.com, or one of those different ways. And I would love to, it would be my pleasure really to work with you and to help you with your professional English. Okay, so with that all being said, that's it for today. Try to be safe and to have a great weekend. I mean, great in quotes, under the circumstances for all of us around the world. It's a difficult time. It's difficult, okay? So do the best you can. That's all we can do. And take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, reach out to your neighbors if you can. And let's just try to get through the situation. Okay, and that's it for today. See you in the next one. Bye.